All right, guys. My my ham clock is gone belly up, so I don't have the intro screen there. We're getting ready for the weekly gritty contest. I usually do a new logbook for it. Weekly gritty. What is this? 0529. Remember, it is Zulu time, so it's actually Friday. I gotta get the chat over here. I'm just gonna pop out the chat in the window. Alright, let's keep that on top. And that should be all we need. Let's move that over. There's a delay, so I gotta check my other screen here. There we go, right about there. Alright, and that should be good. So we got a new logbook. Did I have it open? Yeah, the contest calendar, the weekly RTTY contest. Where's the frequencies? Here's the frequencies that we can use right here. We normally start out on 20 meters and then we switch over to 40 meters at the top of the hour. It's only a 30-minute contest. I am running FL rig to control my radio, which is an FTDX10 down here. I am running the FL software to send to send the RTTY. And I'm bypassing my auto tuner this week because my auto tuner limits me to 30 watts on data, but I've got it set for 40 watts right now. And we got 2 minutes. It's from 8:45 Central till 9:15 Central. I've got everything set up and I'm ready to go. Shouldn't have any problems here. On the radio, we're watching the ALC. I gotta close this on my phone. Get the phone out of the way. We gotta get this. Gotta turn off my FM radio because it's chirping in. Alright. I'm gonna start at 8:45. I'm gonna send a CQ. Not now. I meant to right click that so I can modify the macro. CQ weekly RTTY contest from my call sign. And I'm gonna go ahead and send it now. I'm trying to see if sending at 40 watts will make much of a difference. I'm trying to see if that'll get me heard more. Where is that UI? Meters dialog. It's way over there. Let's put it right there. And I've got some setting that is off because this whole screen is not showing. It's not the bandwidth. 3000 data. Might be the noise reduction. Turn the noise reduction way down. Keep that ALC as low as possible. And we're sending out at 40 watts. And I've been spotted here. This is my ham alert. I've been spotted on 14087.3. And somebody comes up to the left of me, of course. Meaning I will have to vacate the spot that I have. I don't want to do that. I want to stay here for a little bit. Strong signal to the left of me. Dave, I didn't get your call sign. See, it says, "Thank you, Dave, North Carolina." Is that you, Dave? Alright, here we go. KI5, N4WZN. That's a lot of stuff there. N4WNZW. I didn't get your call. Guess I could look you up, N4NZW. I will log the Q cell. I will look up his name. And I will call CQ. I think that's going to be Dave. There's somebody right to the left of me. Alright, if you're watching, just say hello in the chat. Trying to resist the urge to go hunting. I've got some setting off. I don't know what it is. Because this whole bottom is normally visible here. Gonna have to go back and see if that was Dave. N4WZNW. I can see Sean up there. See how it's all blue, all light blue now, whereas before it was black on the sides? There's somebody responding, but they're a little off to the right. Just a little bit off to the right, so I couldn't decode it. I think it's N3QUE. Try to get where he is and send my CQ again. I'll send N3QE question mark. Looks like I'm gonna have to go hunt. Nobody's answering my CQs. Alright, Kim, no copy there in California. I'm at 40 watts right now. I've got one possible contact so far. I think it was Dave, but I didn't get his full name. There's one right there, AA4CS. Dell in Tennessee. We will log that and call CQ. Kim, I bypassed the auto tuner so I can do more than 30 watts. There's N3QE again. N3QE. Kim, are you hearing any of these other connections? That's Tim in Maryland. Tim in Maryland. Log that. Call CQ again. Oh, also, Dustin is calling CQ as W18W/0. I got him a little bit earlier, probably about half an hour ago. Alright, 8:54. This is only a 30-minute contest. I'm still on 20 meters. Sending a CQ on 14087. I'll give you some more power, Kim, and see if you can hear this. Monitor level. Oops, it's somebody below me. Power level 50. I think I'm going to go down and get that one. Again, he says. I'll have to wait for the CQ to come back around. NUFR, Hank in California. Bill in Michigan, thank you. Should be a CQ next. Is it W6SX? Alright, I'm going to try to get him on this one. There it is at 50 watts there. There's a response for me. It says Hank in California. Alright, he says 73 and he's done. Here's some more traffic down here. I'll send them a CQ. I'll send a longer CQ. You're starting to hear me at 50 watts? Well, I'll try you one at 80 watts, but I'm not going to leave it there. I don't want to go 80. I'll go 60. Let's go 65. I'll send you a CQ on 8.7. I'll move right there and I'll send you a CQ. There you go. I picked up my ALC just a little bit. See if anybody can hear me. I've already got W6UX. Sending you another CQ. Alright, I probably don't have enough power to get to you. This is a new radio, so I don't want to put too much power through it on digital mode. See if I can get this other one down here. Alright, now everybody stop sending all of a sudden. W6SX, I already got you. Alright, I'll send a few more CQs on 20 meters before I move over to 40. What do we got? 158? Yeah, I'm still being spotted on my DX cluster, so it's getting, the signal's getting out. Yeah, it says 32 dB when I sent it out at 65 watts. That's this one right here. Alright, nobody wants to play today, it looks like. Signal just moved a little bit closer. Alright, it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to move over to 40 meters after this. Make sure this is not a new signal. It's Terry in North Carolina. But he is talking to W6SX that I've already talked to. So if I move there and I do a CQ, Wonder if Terry will pick that up. See it out to the right and move over. Doesn't look like he will. Alright, let's try 40 meters. We can do 7087 as well. Make sure that's there. I'm watching my tuner. There's somebody right there. I'm not getting a good decode on him. I'm going to move here. I'm going to say CQ. Got high SWR on that one. Doesn't like that. Let's see if I can tune. I don't think I can tune 40 meters on here. Let's see if I can. Let's go mode AM. Power goes to 5 watts. Try to tune it. No, it won't tune it. It doesn't like this antenna. So I can't do 40 meters. So I have to go back to 20. Let's go 14. Yeah, I can only do 40 if I put the auto tuner on, because it can tune that. But just the regular radio won't tune it, because I'm assuming it's more than a 3-to-1 that it's trying to tune. Yeah, nobody else is out here on 20 meters. I'll just keep calling CQ. And I want to look up that guy. AK4D, I almost missed it. Ah, that's Terry in North Carolina. So I need to answer and send a final for Terry. And I need to log it. Save. I almost forgot that I called CQ. I should have responded with the name and the state instead of just my call. Alright, Roger, we're doing the weekly RTTY contest. I'm on 20 meters. A radio won't tune 40 meters on this antenna. So I'm going to stick on to 20 meters for another 10 minutes. Contest ends in 10 minutes. I'm looking on my other screen. I want to try to verify that that first contact that I got. Which was N4W lost my screen there. N4W ZNW. I think it was Dave. No, that's not a valid call sign. So I can't log that one apparently. Let's keep an eye on my SWR. It's my turn. It's like my tuner wasn't on that one. There's my SWR is low, my ALC is low, so that's good. Still calling CQ on 20 meters. Trying to locate that first conflict. N4W, which is what I got. ZNW, which is what I thought it was. But it doesn't pull up in QRZ. Alright, still calling CQ on 20 meters. What do we got? 8 minutes to go? Or 7 minutes to go? Okay, that makes me wonder if my tune button was on or not before. Let's go out here. The tune button is on now. No, that's too high. Of course, I forgot how to stop it. 14085. Go back to our CQ on 20 meters. SWR is low. Take a look at the ALC. Not hearing anything else on 20 meters. I think they've all moved to 40. I am on 14087. This software is a little weird, and you have to keep your eye on this little white box right here, because this is the actual frequency that's being transmitted on. It has something to do with that 1.5 offset that you put in for digital modes. Let's see if I'm still being heard out there. Alright, last heard at 208, which is right here at 25 dB, so that's a 25 dB signal at 40 watts. And I usually let the line go all the way to the bottom before I call CQ again. That gives them time enough to respond. Nine 10. We got 5 more minutes to go. It actually says 14087.4. This last one just came in at 140870. It says 13 dB, but that's far out west. That's a W6 spot. We're going to send CQ to 9:15 Central, which is 02:15. And I did move up and down the suggested frequencies, which are here, up to 14090, it says. So when I move around, I don't hear anything else. It's 6. Alright, there's 14087.0 on the nose. A few more CQs, the last 3 minutes. See if there's anybody going to come in last minute and give me more than 1, 2, 3, 4 contacts. N4WZ is what I thought it was, that first one. It looks like I may have wrote a character down wrong. I'll scroll back when we're done here and take a look at it. Two minutes. N4W. Alright, let's see if I can find this N4W. There it was. N4CWZ, possibly. N4CWZ. Let's see if that exists. Alright, Randy, we've got 2 minutes left in the weekly RTTY contest. I'm calling CQ on 20 meters. I've got a total of 4 contacts and 1 possible if I can get the right call sign. Again, we're running the FTDX10 with FL rig, which is this, that controls the radio. That lets me send commands to the radio, change the frequency, things like that. I'm using FL Digi to send RTTY. FL Digi supports a bunch of other digital modes as well. If you look under here, under op mode, these are all the digital modes that you can do with FL Digi. So when they do that PSK contest, I also try to do some of that. Alright, so we're done at 9:15 Central, which is 02:15 Zulu. Randall, there's a weekly RTTY contest that goes on. If you go to contestcalendar.com, under the 8-day calendar, it shows all the contests that are coming up for the week. Every Thursday night, which is actually Friday on UTC time, there is a weekly RTTY contest. It gives you the time here in the exchange. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, KJ7LLX. Yes, I do a lot of POTA out at Cedar Hill State Park in Texas. Back to the RTTY contest. It gives you the exchange here, which is just the name of the state. And then you click down here and you can get the rules. It tells you what frequencies you can use, and it gives you more information. Yeah, I hate the CEQ worldwide contests because they go too fast for me. Although FLDigi will decode CW, and it does a pretty good job of it, but most of those guys are going 30 and 35 words a minute, and I can't even decode them. So we're trying to find that first contact that I made. I think I got something wrong in the call sign. I thought I had it up here. See this Dave in North Carolina? See, I think it's N4CWZ, so let's put that in. CWZ. Alright, that is Dave in North Carolina, so I put the N4CWZ into QRZ. That's David in North Carolina. So let me go back and correct that entry if I can. It'll be under here. What do? You click there, and you click there. And then there's a field for notes. And I just put the exchange into the notes field. And we have to hit update here. Alright, so we got 5 contacts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 20 meters. And I normally upload those to QRZ. So I go over to QRZ.com. And I have to hide some of this and move this around. And FLDigi stores it in just regular ADI format, so I have to find the right screen over here. There it is right there. Okay. Yeah, that's visible. So I will select import from ADI file. I have to choose a file. It's in FLDigi logs again. I have to select all files because FLDigi saves it as ADIF. And I gave it a name of weekly 0529, that right there. Import ADI file. It said it was uploaded. Go back to the list. And there are those 5 RTTY contacts that I made. And I put the exchange out in the notes field here. Now you have the option of going back to contest calendar. I keep closing that page. Back under the weekly RTTY. They want you to upload your scores here. Just a summary, not the actual ADIF file. So you find the contest down here on the left, the weekly RTTY contest, May 29th. Remember that they use UTC time, so it's actually Friday, May 29th for this RTTY contest. Put in some basic information. Call sign used. Blah, blah, blah. Single op. power was low power. Didn't use any of those. Operating time, half an hour. It's only an half an hour test. The clubs are some type of RTTY club, so you don't have to worry about that. So I had 5 contacts here. The multipliers are the unique call signs. So I had 5 different call signs, and the total score would be 25, 5 times 5. You just submit your score there, and it keeps just a summary of them. So when you go back and you look at, let me find this thing here. You go back to weekly RTTY contest. No, not that one. That's not the one I want. Alright, there's a summary. I don't want to look on this whole page for RTTY. Weekly RTTY, how about that? Alright, there's the weekly RTTY test way down at the bottom. Like if you go to today, May 29th, and look for scores, it shows the scores, and they usually post their scores right away because you're just posting a summary. You can see mine down here at the bottom. So 5 contacts, whereas that N3QE that I did make a contact with, he made 41 contacts with 36 unique calls. And of course he belongs to some type of club, so he must do this a lot. But I just do it just for fun, just to do a different mode, something other than FT8. And I think that's all. I've been hearing a lot of DX sideband at night on 20 meters. So I'm gonna hunt around 20 meters and see if I can find anything. 14225. We go upper sideband. Now there's a signal right below me, but it's below my privileges. But I just want to listen to it, see what it sounds like, if it'll come back up.
Kilo Whiskey 4 Delta X-ray.
Got my span too big. And this is the FTDX10 with all the digital noise reduction and all that, whatever you call it.
Papa Charlie, okay. Good evening. This is Mike, KW4DX here in Titusville, Florida.
So when he's not talking, all that hissing sound has gone away.
Chris. Manitoba. Yeah, I've never been privileged to cross the borders north. Yeah,
that's Tony in North Carolina. He's always on 20 meters at night. He likes to rag chew, though. He wants to talk to you for a bit.
I underestimated the distance and overestimated my...
But I'm going to hunt around 20 meters, see if I can make some contacts.
CQ 20 meters, Whiskey 7 Juliet, India Fox.
Whiskey 7
JIF calling. Hello 20, hello 20, hello 20, calling CQ. CQ 20 meters, hello 20, Whiskey 7 Juliet, India Fox. W7JIF 5.
Now I can tell by his voice that he doesn't just want to say hello and exchange signal reports. He wants to have a long conversation that I'm not going to do.
On here and hey, I was gonna get some TV there. I think sometimes I watch too much of that stuff, you know, and I got to get away from it and take a break.
I can't get rid of that buzz that I'm hearing, though.
You know, get on here and talk. So that's my name.
See if I can find anything else. Alright, I'm gonna hunt 20 meters, play around with some CW, things like that. I will be back for next week's weekly RTTY contest. Thank you guys for watching. 73. Have a good night. And of course, I always have